See as Theatrix presents a bilingual production of Shakespeare's famous balcony scene. Join us behind the scenes and experience our stories of love and social distancing.
And we threw out a bunch of ideas out there. Eventually, somehow we came to, and I don't know if someone else remembers this better than I do, feel free to jump in. Eventually, we came into this idea of the balcony scene and how that represents really this idea of star-crossed lovers, this idea of being separated by things you can't control, a love story, a lot of universal themes and things that we're experiencing right now during this quarantine. We thought it would be interesting to explore those things through the balcony scene of Romeo and Juliet.
Right now, there's a lot of digital content happening in that there's readings and stuff like arts and crafts stuff with the kids and story times. People even doing full productions that they've recorded and putting it online and things like that. And so this is it's not. We don't want to dismiss any of that work that's being done because people are just trying to get something out there. People need things to do and things like that, or they need to keep their audiences interested and engaged. And so we're just trying to find a different way to connect with our audiences and beyond. And that we want to make sure that we're engaging them in a way that's different, not simply just a reading. We know that this virtual world we're living in right now is affecting everyone, and we thought we'd kind of let people into how it's affecting us.
Hello, my name is Marissa Castillo.
And I am Benito Vasquez.
Hello, my name is Ashley Barra.
Hello, my name is David Derringer.
Hello, my name is Anthony Almendares.
Hello, my name is Jorge Diaz. Let's talk a little bit about how this pandemic has affected us. David, share. We'd love to hear your experience. Tell us a little bit of what's going on.
The pandemic has affected me and me losing my job. About 2 months ago, I was 3/4 of the way through a year-long contract with Cincinnati Shakespeare Company. Now, after living with my grandmother for 2 months and taking care of her, which was a lovely and restful and rewarding time, I am now working at a real estate office. Because even though theaters are closed, your boy still has to eat.
So I was in school when the pandemic hit. Immediately classes, work, and productions were canceled or moved online, and the transition to going online was extremely difficult. I remember emailing the School of Theater and Dance dean and the president and begging them to end the term because not everyone is privileged and has the resources that was being asked of us. Obviously that didn't happen. And so there was, it did affect my mental health. It was extremely stressful to act as if nothing was going on around me when the world and people were dying. Now that I am home, I've been actively trying to be unproductive. There's this notion going around that you have to pick up a new hobby or master your craft. And I am not a machine, and I am not meant to grind. And so I have been resting. I have been sleeping 12 hours a day, eating. Sometimes I go outside, but it's too hot. But when I do go outside, I like to go for walks, walk my dog, get out of the house for a little bit, by gardening, watering plants. And I've been reading a lot, something that I've always loved doing, but I never have the time to do it. And so I've been loving to read for pleasure and escaping in worlds that aren't mine and creating and imagining just for the sake of doing so and reminding myself of my very childlike imagination.
Like many other artists, the pandemic has disrupted my entire career as an artist. I've lost a lot of opportunities to perform, to play music, and a lot of the projects that I had planned have either been canceled or have been postponed. So it's made an already difficult task of surviving in the arts even more difficult by adding another hurdle to it. So now I spend most of my days just trying to figure out how to move forward and still create music and art.
Well, we have a new one, a little born. We have a new one, a newborn. He was born in February, so right before everything kind of went crazy. And so we've essentially been in quarantine since then. When you have a little one, their immune system isn't very good, and so you kind of have to kind of be away from people for a while. And so this has just kind of been a longer version of that for us. I would say for me professionally, as a woman, there are these little bit of expectations of you like bouncing back or like having to be somewhere at a certain time after having a kid. I think this has kind of relaxed that a lot. I don't feel like I have to show my face or be anywhere or just I can slow down and be okay with it right now. And so that's been kind of nice for me.
We've had time to sort of just brainstorm about what is next for Teatrix, what projects what future projects we had in mind and how we would need to adapt them in today's environment of Zoom theater. But really, we ended up just coming up with brand new projects. And with the support of the City of Houston and the Houston Arts Alliance, we've been able to get a grant to work on this project. And so we're very grateful for that opportunity and to really explore different ways to bring our art to our audiences.
So thank you for sharing, guys. Thanks a lot. I know it's been rough for everybody. Everybody's going through some rough times. I myself, I have been going through some rough times as far as not working. I've been working in 2 months, unemployed. I haven't auditioned or done anything in 2 months, so in that sense, yes, it's been pretty bad, but on the flip side, it's been good because I've been spending a lot of time with my mom, a lot of home cooked meals. Una carnita and chile verde con tortillas de harina, frijolitos, oh my God. So yeah, I've been enjoying those home cooked meals and it's starting to show. So in that sense, it's been good. But other than that, I've been watching a lot of movies, just being a bum. This here is the couch where I do most of my work, and this guy back here, it's the guy that I spend a lot of time with, and yeah, there's been good and bad, and all you gotta do is just go with the flow.
I would say for the first month of this whole thing, there was a lot of just big uncertainties as far as, is this even going to be possible? When we think about future projects and things like that. So there's been a little bit of a lot of uncertainty involving future projects. It makes things a little, when you're we don't do a whole lot as already. We're a small theater company. And so this just kind of, really makes us pause to say, well, we don't know if that's going to be possible in 5 months, in 6 months, because we don't know how long this is going to last. And so in that time to really stop and reflect and make sure that we are doing things that fit in with our mission, and doing things that are also safe for not only our family, but for other families that are out there. It's been good time to reflect.
We hope that you'll explore
this timeless love story with us
and watch as our series culminates
into a live stream performance
of the Balcony Scene
in Quarantine.